As I descended into the damp earth, the air grew thick with the scent of decay and rust. My boots scraped against the rough stone as I navigated the narrow tunnel, the flickering light from my headlamp casting eerie shadows on the walls. I had been warned not to explore this section of the cave system alone, but I had always been drawn to the unknown. My guide, Kaylin Vex, waited for me at the entrance, her eyes fixed on some point beyond my shoulder. "You sure you want to do this?" she asked, her voice low and measured. I nodded, my gaze drifting towards the darkness ahead. "Just a few more meters," I said, trying to reassure myself as much as her. The tunnel narrowed further, the rocks pressing in around me like a vice. I had to duck to avoid hitting my head on the low-hanging formations. Water dripped somewhere in the distance, echoing off the walls and creating an unsettling sense of depth. Suddenly, Kaylin's voice cut through the silence. "Wait," she said, her hand raised in warning. I froze, my heart pounding in my chest. Something was wrong. The air seemed to vibrate with an almost imperceptible hum, like the quiet thrumming of a guitar string. I strained to hear it, but it was gone as quickly as it appeared. "Let's go back," Kaylin said, her voice firm but laced with unease. I hesitated, feeling a creeping sense of dread. Something was off, and I couldn't quite put my finger on what it was. But as we turned to leave, I caught a glimpse of something that made my blood run cold. A small inscription etched into the wall, partially hidden by a patch of algae-covered rock. The words were in an ancient language I didn't recognize, but the image accompanying them sent a shiver down my spine. It was a picture of us, Kaylin and me, standing at the entrance to this very tunnel, our faces twisted in identical grins. But we weren't alone. Behind us stood a figure I couldn't quite see, its presence hinted at by the faintest whisper of darkness. I spun back towards the tunnel, but Kaylin was already moving forward, her eyes fixed on something behind me. "What is it?" she whispered, her voice barely audible over the sound of my own ragged breathing. As I turned to follow her gaze, I saw that the inscription had changed. The image was still there, but now it was surrounded by a new phrase, "Welcome home."